If you watched my video earlier last week, the subject of compression socks came up, and I wanted to add compression socks to traveling. I want you to think about when you're sitting down, you have a 90-degree angle right at your ankle, at the kneecap, and then where your femur, your thigh muscle, comes into the torso. Now imagine how hard it is for the heart to try to bring the unoxygenated blood from your feet back to your heart. It's got to go through a 90-degree angle at the ankle, the knee, and then at the quad coming into the torso. So when we mention the use of compression socks, all you're doing is you're helping the body bring the unoxygenated blood back to the heart, creates less stress on the body. But I also want you to add a few new dynamics when you are traveling, especially when you're in the air. You have to add the gravitational pull of being in the air for 25, 30,000 feet. And even though it may seem benign to us because they do pressurize the cabin, stop and think, no matter how much they're pressurizing the cabin, it's still extremely stressful on the human body. So if and when you're flying in a plane, I would make sure that compression socks are definitely part of your routine. Whether you're traveling in a car or in a plane, the angles in the ankle, the knee, and the hip are always there. The longer you drive or fly, the longer you travel, the worse it becomes. You could be in a train or a bus, of course. So what I would always encourage you to do, if logistically possible, is when you're driving, get out of the vehicle every 2 to 3 hours and just walk around. After you've walked for 10 or 15 minutes, do some walking lunges. Open up that angle between your pelvis and your torso. You're going to want to do it very slowly because obviously the muscles are not warmed up and you don't want to invoke the stretch reflex, which could actually cause the muscles to become torn. But what we do want to do is increase the circulation. We want to give the body a chance to open up all of these joints. As you continue to move through your travels, there's a couple of assumptions that are being put into place, and that is you're staying properly hydrated. Particularly when you're in an airplane, the chance of becoming dehydrated is quite high. When we're traveling, a lot of times, particularly with vehicles, we don't want to drink because we have to stop and use the restroom. Well, that's a great opportunity for you to get out, walk around, increase the circulation, use the restroom. It's a win-win-win for you. So when you're traveling, the only other couple things that I would add to your travel protocols is implement the utilization of Echinacea, which is a natural herb, and I would travel and utilize a Netty Pot both in the morning and the evening. I try to have my clients start the Echinacea in the Netty Pot the day before they start traveling and continue it 3 days after your travels are finished. That way, if you have ingested any kind of a microbe, it doesn't get a chance to fester and grow. You've got to remember when you travel, it's stressful, and cumulative stress suppresses the immune system. So if you're supporting it being the immune system with sleep, consistent food and hydration, you reduce your risk of becoming sick post-travel. So I wanted to clarify how we utilize the compression sock relevant to traveling, and then I wanted to elaborate on some tricks to traveling without becoming sick. If you happen to have a question that we can resolve for you, please do me a favor, send it to me and my team. We're answering a question every morning here on YouTube. We'd love to answer your question. Please send it to contact@coachrob.com. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video today, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.